What do you do when you go on vacation and eat lots of food and don't train normally and essentially fall off track of your fitness goals? And after years of trial and error with this, here are 3 things that I never do when I'm getting back on track after a vacation. Lunch is sorted. One thing I never ever do when I'm coming back from vacation or from getting off track or anything like that is I don't restrict the food that I eat. That's like the fastest way to go into a binge cycle where cutting calories way back just makes you much hungrier and start craving foods because you're not allowed to have them. So first thing I do is I just go back to eating what I normally do. And from vacation, that looks like a little bit more protein and a little bit more whole foods. So I've got this lovely salad with some tempeh, some good sriracha. I've got a bagel over here with some hummus and a nectarine, and I had some strawberries. So nothing crazy, just going back to kind of the normal way that I've been eating. Don't mind the mess everywhere. I've really got to clean. I've got all my dirty wash over there. Got to organize that. And you can't even see on camera, but I've got like stuff on the floor. We don't need to look. Today, getting back on track. Another thing that I absolutely never do when I come back from vacation, as I'm getting back into it, is I never over-exercise to compensate for exercising less. I still got in 2 workouts in the past week, but they're a bit more cardio-based. They weren't strength-based at all. So was my normal workout split, and that's also totally fine. So getting back into things, having eaten a little bit more and worked out a bit less last week, I don't need to overcompensate by eating less this week or over exercising or anything. I'm not gonna bump up my cardio. I'm not gonna do extra Stairmaster or runs. I'm just gonna proceed as normal. Getting right back into that normal workout routine today. Nothing extra, nothing crazy. I like to think about fitness and changes in my physique and my body and my health as a long-term thing, as a lifelong thing. And any changes in a week are just not gonna matter in the grand scheme of things. So not worrying too much about that and not compensating, just getting right back into what we were doing before. By the way, all my friends who use one of these types of flasks with a straw, this is your reminder to go clean out the top of your straw, which probably is a bit nasty because I finally did that this morning after an embarrassingly long amount of time and it was gross. This is your reminder, go clean that out. Okay, I've just been doing a bit of stuff on the computer for a while, client check-ins, programming, video ideas, the norm. So now I'm gonna do something about this room. She needs a bit of clean, but I did want to mention, I went on vacation for the past week or so, but the next month or so is looking kind of crazy. So although we're getting back into it today, I do have to keep in mind that not this coming week, but the week after, my best friend is coming to visit me. So I'm kind of trying to double prepare for not only this week, but also setting myself up for success the week after. So I'm really practicing planning ahead, which is a great way for us to get on top of our goals. So it's gonna look like a busy week, but after that, the bestie's coming, and then like a week and a half after my bestie leaves, I fly back to the US. So it's gonna be a crazy month. It's gonna be a crazy month. Let's tackle this room. clean floor.
I was supposed to.
Yeah, because I just sprayed
Mr.
about 10
Shine.
seconds ago. Are you gonna come and ruin my beautiful desk setup?
Yeah, I'm gonna put all my shit on your desk.
Cleaning. Oh, it's okay, you can. Wow, looks so good, Jensen. Well done. So I finished cleaning and I finished tidying up the room, feeling better, feeling like my space is a bit more organized. And I was just doing a little bit more on the computer. And now it's time to go train legs. Legs, get it? We're gonna go train legs. Who? Me and you. Together. Let's go smash the workout. But I know I mentioned one thing that I never do after vacation is overcompensate by doing a ton of extra exercise. I don't want to add in extra cardio, add in a longer workout. I don't need to do that. Not being in my normal routine and not moving my body to its normal extent for a week is nothing wrong, and I don't need to overcompensate. And what I found in the past is if I go too hard and I go extra and I add in a ton of extra cardio, I will kind of burn out. In the coming days, I won't have the energy to train to my normal extent, and that's kind of how you go through cycles of doing a lot and then falling out of exercise, and then doing a ton and falling out of exercise. And the goal is to just stay in the consistent routine, because that's what's going to give us the most growth and long-term success. Fitness and moving my body is a long-term thing for me. It's not a short change, and 1 week on vacation is not going to wreck my results. So what I've seen for myself and also other people is one of two mindsets when you're coming back from working out. One being wanting to overcompensate for having done less movement, and we're not doing that. We're going to go get back into our normal leg workout, normal routine, and we're just going to continue on for the rest of the week as if the last week of vacation literally never ever happened. And the other thing that I've seen, and you might experience, or maybe you don't, maybe you fall more towards the first side, is sometimes coming back from vacation, it can be a little bit demotivating. Motivation might be a little bit lower, you might not feel as great in your body, you might feel a little bit out of it, less hyped and motivated and excited to go do your normal routine and your normal workout. So when I'm feeling demotivated like this, I do 3 things. Number 1, we put on a bobbin playlist. We do. Whether that is Drake and Eminem for you, like it is for me. Or maybe it's more the Tay-Tay, Sabrina, Ari side of music. Whatever it is for you, we put on something that makes us want to dance, gets us into that hype training zone mentality, just something upbeat. We gotta match the vibes. So that's number 1, music. Number 2, we put on a cute workout fit. Something that makes you feel good. Something that makes you feel confident, good in your body, excited to train. For me, we love a pair of leggings. Maybe it's shorts. Today it's long because it's chilly out, but putting on something that I feel confident in makes me excited to work out. That is step number 2, because let's be real. When I feel cute, when I feel comfortable, when I feel good, I am more excited to go train in the gym. It's just the fact of the matter. If I'm wearing something that I do not feel cute in my body, the vibes aren't the same. You know what I mean? Number 3 is actually a mentality that I tell myself. So I tell myself, okay, Emily, you just have to do the warm-up and 1 complete round of your first exercise. So maybe 3 or 4 sets of 1 exercise. And then after that, if you're not feeling it, you can go. You can go home. You can be done. I tell myself that because I know 99% of the time I'm going to be fully mentally in the workout. I'm going to be on my flow, ready to go for the next sets in the workout, and I'm just going to get right into it. Because once I'm there, I don't need motivation because I'm already in the routine. And then if I'm still really not feeling it, usually it's not a motivation issue. Usually it's my body telling me that I should not be working out, which I respect and I listen to, and I leave the gym at that point. But just telling myself, okay, Emily, all you have to do, the warm up and your first exercise, that really decreases my mental barrier to training, because hey, if I'm still not feeling it, I can go, and that's okay. And that's okay, because some days that's what we need. But that does make it a lot easier to get to my workout. And usually we just get into the flow of things. So that being said, let's go train legs.
Is this Starboy?
Okay, we are back with another leg workout, and I always start by warming up. It's pretty much my classic go-to leg day warm-up. I just posted it in my recent leg day workout video, so it's like the same exact thing, but we're doing walking quad stretches, and then I follow up with that with walking hamstring stretches. I kind of just go across the room, or you can do like a certain number, like between 12 and 15 or so, and then I'll do open and close the barn doors. I absolutely love these. They're so good for hip health, for hip flexors, waking up the adductors and the abductors, your inner outer thighs. And then I get into my first exercise, which is going to be resistance band side steps. These train your abductors, the muscles on your outer thighs. I also like them as a little bit of a glute activation, a little bit of a warm up before we get into our working exercises. So exercise number 1, we're doing some hip thrusts, and this is my current superset obsession of death. So here I'm doing B stance hip thrust followed up with cast glute bridges, and we're doing that as a superset. So B stance hip thrusts are more of a unilateral exercise. They do one glute at a time. So I do between 8 and 10 reps for one side, then I switch my feet, do the same number for the other side, and then I'll go straight into the cast glute bridges, which is training your glutes in that very top shortened position where you're at full hip extension, and it is an absolutely brutal superset, but it feels so freaking good, and it's really been helping me target my glutes because it's such a high volume exercise. It really wakes them up. So lots of hip thrust here before moving to the next exercise, which is RDLs, a lovely hip hinge glute focused exercise. Here you're training glutes in the lengthened position. So here you can see I'm working with a barbell. Do not start with a barbell if this is your first time ever doing them. It's a lot easier to get the form right if you're using dumbbells. That's just my personal take. And I'm actually posting a video later this week with more form tips for RDLs. So don't forget to subscribe to stay tuned for that. But I brought out the dumbbells so you can more easily see what I'm talking about here. But you want to keep the barbells close to your shin and really focus on sticking your butt out backwards. So this is going to be a hip hinge. And instead of focusing on lowering the weight, just think about sending your hips behind you as far backwards as you possibly can. And then you're going to press through your heel as you hinge back up with your glutes to return to the standing position. Quick mistakes: don't go too low or it becomes more of a hamstring dominant exercise instead of your glutes, so you can see here. And also don't send your barbells out in front of you like I'm showing you here just to demonstrate the bad form. Don't do that because that's going to put a lot of pressure on your lower back, and we don't need that. We don't need to be feeling RDLs in your back. So none of that. All right, next exercise, we are grabbing a dumbbell and we are doing squats. These are in the sumo position, so my feet are angled slightly outwards and my foot stance is a bit wider than shoulder width. When I lean super far over here, I feel the exercise way more my glutes because they're more in a stretched position. So if my chest was standing upright, it would be a more quad focused exercise. Me leaning forward, it's more of a glute exercise. And then I finish off with about 10 to 12 bodyweight squats, and I absolutely want to die in this part, but it's such a good death, you know, like it's a great burn. This is a really good superset too if you're feeling strong, if you're feeling ready to go. And I'm not sure what exercise we're on because I haven't been counting, but then I move on to this lovely adductor abductor machine. Most gyms have these. This is an amazing exercise, guys, for your upper glutes. So leaning forward here instead of sitting upright, this is going to target your abductors, but also your glutes if you're leaning forward. I love this one. And the best thing about it is it's super easy to just make it a superset by adjusting the machine and going straight into your adductors. So you can see I'm flipping around the machine apparatus and lowering the weight because I'm way weaker in my adductors here. And then it's just sitting back and yeah, getting these done with. So mobility is a big buzzword these days, but mobility is basically just having strength in a full range of motion, being able to feel strong in stretched positions. That might be like squatting down low or in like a Cossack squat or moving around. It's just feeling strong in those. One of the ways we develop hip mobility is developing strength in the muscles that surround our hips. And so the adductor is one of those. Anyway, moving on to finish up with some calf raises. Most gyms have one of these. This is your leg press, but you can just move your feet on down to the bottom, let your heels sink past the platform before pressing back up to do the calf raise. Don't lock your knees here. You don't need to be locking your knees. I keep my quads, my thighs gently engaged, but I'm really isolating this and squeezing through my calves. And we do around 15 reps for 4 sets. And that's, you know, all the calf work that we really need to get into this week because they're not the most fun to train, but we get them done. And I finished up with some Stairmaster because, guys, it's kind of addicting, the sweat of the Stairmaster. Partially for cardio health, but realistically, I've been coming back to the Stairmaster because it's a great excuse to put on YouTube and watch one of my favorite girly pop gym vlogs. So, you know, that's my excuse, and we get the cardio in while doing that. So it's a win. Workout done. Time for workout snack. Legs demolished. A great leg workout. Just a good go-to. Can we talk about these leggings? They are just so comfortable. And you know what brand it is? It's Honor Active, which if you've been following along has been the most successful of the gym wear brands that I've been trying out as I continue to find the perfect legging. And since it's getting chilly here, especially in England, it's been like raining and very chilly the past week, we have finally entered chilly gym wear, which is of course our long leggings, our sweatpants. I'm so here for it. It's like when you're wearing gym shorts and you have the sweatpants on top and then you get hot in your workout and you take them off and you still have the gym shorts, and it's just chef's kiss. This is the winter training season vibe, but I don't have many long leggings, which I need to stock up on, in part because I want to find the dream legging, like my dream legging, and then just get a bunch of those because I'm just a consistent girl. If I love it, and I want to wear only it. So currently trying out leggings, and I just got these Honor Active ones. They are the seamless, and they are, so far, love them. Fit so good. They don't have an aggressive butt scrunch and they don't feel super high-waisted, which I actually really like because I used to be a high-waisted girly, but recently I feel like high-waisted has been like ridiculously high. I'm 5'2". I don't have a super long torso. So if I get a high-waisted pair of leggings and they go like up to my bottom ribs, then I'm kind of like, this is getting ridiculous. But these are not super high-waisted, so they feel super comfortable. They don't have an aggressive butt scrunch. Very definitely a tighter fit, but I personally like a more compressive fit. Let's do a handstand check real quick. Handstand approved. All right, so gym is done and I was about to do my facial routine, but I have to put you on, girls. If you are not familiar with these products, I just have to tell you about them. Just because ever since I started actually using them, they have really helped my skin. So after coming out of the shower, I use this moisturizer. Now, if you break out from when you're using a lot of products, one thing might be, at least for me, I'm sensitive to too much niacinamide. Like every single product nowadays has niacinamide in it. And when I have it in everything, especially my facial lotion, it's too much for my skin. So I found this one by Neutrogena. It's just the Hydro Boost Night Cream. It just works really well for me because it doesn't have niacinamide. I feel like that just overloads my skin when I do too much. And then azelaic acid. I love azelaic acid. It helps decrease redness so much in my skin. I just got the one from Ordinary. It was like $9, $10 or so. Actually, GBP, it was like 9 quid, so it's probably like 12, 13 US dollars, but it's absolutely amazing. I literally just take a tiny little pea-sized and I rub it on my face. I put this on in the morning and the evening. Unless my face is feeling sensitive, then I'll only do one time a day, but it has helped decrease redness so much. Personally, when I break out, like little spots stay on my face, little red dots, which is okay. Like I'm not self-confident about, that's not the word. I'm not self-conscious about them, but this helps decrease them and just overall makes the tone of my face less random, red, spotty. Azelaic acid, love, 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 love. And then the third thing, it's a 3-step routine, guys, gotta keep it simple, is the vitamin C brightening serum by Garnier. And this one does have niacinamide. It's got 4% vitamin C with niacinamide, salicylic acid, and malicyl. The salicylic acid, useful for preventing breakouts and stuff. For me, I just do like one squirt on my face. It actually brightens up my face. Hold on, let's see if we can see a before after because I actually think it brightens my skin so much. So I use this one once in the morning. So the malicyl helps reduce dark spots. Pretty cool. And the vitamin C. This has been just very brightening. I have a combination skin tone towards the greasy side, especially when I'm in humid climates. Right now I'm in a dry climate, so it doesn't show as much, so I can wear this. But if I were in Miami again, probably wouldn't be able to wear this, but I do love it. So I've basically been loving this combo. Moisturizer with no niacinamide and then azelaic acid, vitamin C. Dream team if you have a lot of redness. And of course we've entered outfit number 2 because we have 2 outfits today, one for working out and one for lifing. So this is her. Cute. And I'm doing about 10,000 loads of laundry. I'm gonna go crack on with work for a little bit and I will catch back up with you in a minute.
She made me go in the store and specifically ask for a pink lighter today.
It's true. No, I said it can be black, white, beige, neutral colored,
They don't
or
do fucking
pink.
They don't do neutral tone lighters.
They might do black ones. I don't know. It has to go with the color scheme. I can't have like a green or like a blue lighter. It's just not gonna match the room.
A light camel light, please. Maybe a sand beige.
Yes, exactly. You
or
get
a
it.
light stone wash.
Yes, exactly. I prefer my lighter color in oat milk. Thank you. There's that Instagram reel going around that's like, unfortunately, I do love, and then you insert the things that are like, maybe not the healthiest, but for me, one of my unfortunately I do loves is, unfortunately, I do love a Diet Pepsi or like a Coke Zero. Unfortunately, sorry to my dentist. But in the end, does it really matter? Fun drink that gives me happiness. So this is my allocation.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got this finisher snack. Just gonna have to finish up the night. It is basically my protein oatmeal, and then I melted this berry puree. I took frozen berry mix, just like a mixed berry packet, and melted it in the microwave. And I've got some chocolate cereal on top and some almond butter. So I'm gonna finish up the night with that. And thanks for hanging around, getting back into the routine of things. I will see you in the next video. Haha, psych. Actually, I realized I've been sitting the whole day and I didn't move at all and I need to take a walk. And then I'll go to sleep. It's not actually a big deal that I didn't hit like steps or anything. It's more of a big deal that I won't be able to sleep if I don't move before going to bed. Because it's when I sit for like hours and then go straight to sleep, I just lay in bed and can never fall asleep. So I'm just gonna take a quick walk and hope that I can fall asleep more easily because I've got an early morning tomorrow. So that's the update. See you in the next one.